Hi guys, thanks for stopping by. Today I'm going to do a December budget with me I've done it before. I know today's the 4th of December, but I have it on a scrap piece of paper and I'm gonna build everything here in my enamel planner. So if that's something that you'd like to watch, then please stay along. If you haven't stopped by before, my name is Chrissy, and I am trying not to go through a midlife crisis. I had a few wonderful years traveling a couple of times and shopping as I freely wish. And now, after 4 or 5 years, I'm in £8,000 worth of credit card debt, which I'd like to pay off. And I would also like to rebuild my reserves that I had up that I had until last month. So before we start, I thought it'd be important to close down November's budget. So excuse the mess here. You can see here that I have a lot of stuff going on. Let me put you in a little closer. So you can see here, this is how I set up my budget. For my income, I have three streams. So I have my main job, which paid 1983 and 45 pence, 1,983 pounds and 45 pence. I have my rental income from my tenants, 850 pounds, and I also had a side gig which paid 90 pounds last month. That comes to a total 2,923 pounds and 52 pence. My everything that is fixed expenses, my rent, my bills, my phone, my mortgage, everything, that totals to 1,356 pounds and 84 pence. But what I actually spent was 1,339 pounds and 17 pence. And I think the shortfall came from the bills, which I share with two flatmates. It was quite easy to convince them to stop paying for a cleaner once the cost of living expenses were kind of evident and started creeping up. So we thought we'd stop on the cleaner fees, and we're all pitching in cleaning the communal spaces. So we saved a little bit there. On my variables, going down here, I always give myself £20 a day to take the train or buy lunch or whatever. And I thought it was an easy way to manage my money. So with everything like car repair, gas, events here, I've budgeted myself £865 for November. But what I actually spent was £659 and 32 pence. You can see here that I went on cash reservation mode after I found out that my flat was falling apart. So just to give some context, my flat had a boiler leak, and it happened while the flat was going through a change of tenancy. So it had a week of no tenants in there, and the water had leaked, so it caused quite a bit of damage. And yeah, there you go. So there's quite, I think last month I spent a total of £2,600 with emergency fees and plumbers. You can see here, I had to buy a new oven because it ruined the electrics around the kitchen. And this is the builder here that I paid 11.75 for, and that was to kind of repaint everything and reseal everything from damp. So the works are still ongoing. I believe there is some damage on the downstairs property, which I am responsible for. So I will go through that in my December's budget. For debt repayment, I am around £8,000 in debt, but my minimum payments are just about £125, which, being on cash reservation mode, cash reserve mode, I only put down the very minimum. So my rollover from everything here, I only spent £2,123 and 52 pence, and I rolled over £800 for the following month. So I'm just going to turn the page here and start building a budget. I've had to stop here so I can figure out how to keep things in frame here. So bear with me. This is my second video. Just going back to the budget here, as we mentioned, my rollover is £800. And my main job was, it actually paid £2,003.16. What happened last month was that I did a side gig and I was under some sort of emergency tax code. So it affected my income for the previous month. But now that that's been registered and the tax code is all fixed, it's gone back up to over £2,000, which should kind of remain should my student loans stick within the same pay grade there. The next thing, my income stream, would be my rental property. So tenants pay £850 for that, and my variable income last month. And again, this is from side gigs. This is from selling things. Last month, I earned £138 and 28 pence doing all that. So what I normally do, I don't know if that makes any sense, is just combine everything up. So that should be, yeah, 100 plus 850 plus 28. That should be 3,791 pounds and 44 pence. So that's quite a healthy amount there. So we'll have to go down here on what we need to pay. So my fixed expenses. So let me do this in trying to speed it up. Right, I realize now I shouldn't have put amounts there, and I put everything too close. I'll learn for next time. So my rent is £800 a month. I rent a very, very large room that looks like a studio. I actually fit 2 couches, a desk, a bed, 2 wardrobes, and it's massive. It's 18 feet long. It feels like my very own space. So really worth the money. So I know it's expensive, but that's okay. I'm really enjoying this space. I'm not moving out, guys. So my bills, I always budget £150, even if we saved a little bit last month. My mobile phone, I'm on SIM only contract, so £18 a month gets me unlimited everything, data, text messages, minutes. You know, those seem to be the standard types of packages. But for £18 a month, that is a really, really good bargain. I pay for Apple Music. I know this is going to go up because last year I was doing my law degree, and I paid a student fee for that. So I anticipate that to go up about a tenner next month. Maybe I'll quit it. We'll see. I pay £2.49 for the memory. And this is my bank fee. This includes insurance, travel insurance, a whole ton of stuff. And I always think it's worthwhile. And it covers like breakdown cover as well. So I thought breakdown cover usually is about that, but it had all these different types of perks. My gym is $15.49, which is fantastic. And my variable expenses, let me speed that up again. As I started, I realized how much fun it'll be to go through my variable expenses. So, but before we do that, let's go through a total for my fixed expenses. So £800 for rent, then bills, £800 rent, bills, £18 for phone, $5.99 Apple Music, $2.49 the memory, and my insurance. My advance account for HSBC is about £12, and my gym membership is that much. So what I'm doing for fixed expenses is £1,003 and 92p. You'll notice here that I actually don't pay for car insurance. I normally do that on an annual basis, but now that all my sinking funds and reserves are gone or spent, I might have to do that the following year, but we'll see. We'll see how we do. Okay, so going to variable expenses. Variable expenses, I plan a girls' night out, which is £50. That's enough for a nice dinner. Gas, £60 in case I need to travel. I want to start tithing. So when I say tithe, I mean giving. So it in the Bible it says 10%, but what I'll do is do 5% for now because my heart is there. It's just that this is quite a busy month for me. The Lord still loves me, guys. It's fine. And then every week I go through every week I give myself, £20 a day, so £140 a week. So just going back here, December mode. So there is 1, 2, 3, 4, first week, 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 5 weeks in December, guys. Wow, what an expensive month. Here we go. So, and then week 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. So there's 4 days in, so that's £80 for the first week, and then 140, 140, week 3, 140, week 4, and week 5 is 6 days. 6 days, so that's 120. So that is my budget. I feel like I'm gonna go over because week 5 is my birthday. So we'll see how well I do there. Okay, so let's just count up what we are spending for our variables. Let me speed this up. So variable expenses is going to be £830. Hopefully I'll do well there. So going here, I want to go through the expenses of my flat. Oh, okay, so here we go. The first thing we always pay for is our mortgage. And it's very low. I put in a very, very large portion in there. So my payments for that is £349 and 93 pence. Come January, it's going to be different because, you know, cost of living happens. So I have in January the ground rent that is available. This is an annual fee for, I guess it's for people to cut the shrubs, or I don't know. It's an annual fee that all the leaseholders have to pay for. Now, I have to pay for floors. What happened with the floors is that what I wanted was just a new like tiling area. He found that there was the foundations was really rotten, so there was mold inside the wooden foundations, and it actually spread within that week before assessing. So he first quoted me £350, but then when he started to do the work, it now costs £400, which is fair enough. It's a little bit of a nightmare. Remedial works. This is for the flat downstairs. I'm just going to go REM works. Ooh, okay, REM works. So we're going to have to paint his walls again and seal it, damp seal it, because there was a leak in my flat. So that's going to cost me £200. So totaling everything up, I already know this, $349.93 plus 125, 400 plus 200. So my total flat cost, landlord costs is going to be £1,074 and 93 pence. So you see here my tenants are paying £850, but what the flat is actually costing me is about £300 more. So it is leaking money for now, but the equity in there is quite a lot, and it's an investment that I do plan to protect. So I have to do what I have to do. So let's just see how much we've got left. So let me just take this piece of paper. So what we've got now is 3791.44 for incoming. Fixed expenses is that. Variable is that. And then my flat cost is that. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, sorry, Siri. Okay, 3791 minus 1003 minus 830. So that gives me a, what happened? Let's do that. 3791 44 1003 92 minus 830 and minus, so that still leaves me with 882.59. So this is how I'm going to break it down. Sinking funds or savings. So I know in January MOT is coming up, so I've got to, soften, mitigate, whatever we'll call it, mitigate the pressure of that MOT. So I want to put away 50 pounds for that. My haircut is coming up in January. And style, it comes with dyeing. It usually is an expensive thing, but I only get it done every 6-7 months. So I want to put away, I want to put 50 pounds toward that. And then my savings, which is my emergency fund phase 1. I'll call it E-Fund 1. I want to put 400 pounds towards that. So that should be 500 pounds. And then my credit card debt. Now last month it was 125.03. I anticipate I did some Black Friday shopping. I'm not sorry. So I do want to make a little bit bigger payments. So we've got some money to play with here. So let's start with the smallest here. So PayPal, and then we've got HSBC. And then we got Virgin. I realized I'm not in frame and I made all this markage. So I don't know what I'm doing, guys. I'm too nervous. Maybe I'll get used to it later. So my PayPal minimum payment is going to be roughly about £9. I don't know. Maybe it's not. But this is just guesstimating things, okay? 62.05. And I did some maths where I calculated the interest and I'm trying to outsmart the system. It's never accurate, guys. So this is me just playing with numbers on my head, okay? So allow it. It's my money. Okay, next. So I'm going to budget. It looks like I've got... if we can see here, we've got about £882.59 left over. So we're going to take £500 off there. So I've got about £382 to play with. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to budget £100 payment to PayPal, then HSBC £100, and I want to maybe add a good... I was going to put a little less than that, but I'm going to put in £100 as well. Okay, so that's going to give me £82.59 buffer. So let's just roll it out. So let's go here with budgeted. income, fixed, variable, my flat, savings, and credit card debt. So my income I'm going to bring in is definitely going to be, I mean, guys, this is already in the bank. It was in the bank last month. I got paid this in November, and this is money that I had rolled over from November anyway. So this is not going to fluctuate. So that's going to be 379.1.44. Fixed income is 1,392 pounds. Variable is 830 pounds. Per my flat, I almost said the real name, 107,493. Savings, 500 pounds. And my credit card debt, 300 pounds. I normally put in like 600 pounds in credit card. This is probably why, because that's how much I actually respend, like go shopping. So I don't, the debt never actually goes down. So what I'm going to do now is do my final figures. 8 minus 830 for variable, minus 1074.93 for my flat, 500 pounds in savings, and 300 pounds. So what did I do? So that leaves me left over 82.59. So that's the buffer I have given myself. So let's see how I do. Pretty sure I want to show you what I've been doing here. So this is not pseudomized, guys. This is not. Oh, this is a mess. So this is what I do with my time blocking, but down here, this is how I keep my tracker. So I'm going to create more videos on what I spent there, and let you know what my spend log is. Okay, so that is it. So let's go back here. I'm looking hopeful for December. Hopefully January, I know there's a couple things happening, so let's hope we can mitigate the impact January has in store. So that's it for me, guys, and stay tuned if you want to follow along my debt-free journey. Thank you very much. Bye.